Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, Siena, Niagara. They split their season series. You cannot split the max automatic bid. Clarence Jackson stealing. Kenny Hasbrook got it, dumps it back to Jackson, and there you go, folks. It's the Jack Show. Siena down 19-17. First half, Siena still up 1. Jackson one more time. Off the screen, drops it. 23-19, Saints. Moored from the first half. Niagara, they're down 3, but you know what? Demetrius Williamson chucks it, ties it. 33 all in intermission. So we got 20 minutes to the tourney. And Kenny Hasbrook has decided he's had enough struggles. Hasbrook, 6.5 left. Got it through. Siena up half a dozen. They grow the lead to a full dozen. Hasbrook splits 2 defenders and gets the hoop. Hasbrook, step back, got it. 17 of his 19 in the second half. Siena up 11. 3 minutes left. We got a miss. We got more misses. Thank you, Will Franklin, for giving us closure. The Saints are marching in. You can keep your bubble, people.
And as you know me, you can't get me to Las Vegas fast enough. The Orleans, home of the West Coast Conference Tournament Championship game, Gonzaga and St. Mary's. That's Omar Saman jamming the basketball. That's a technical foul. You can't do that. You can't dunk in pregame warm-ups. Matt Bolden shoots the free throw before the game. So again, as the opening tip goes off, they just tip off. Gonzaga already had a 1-0 lead, and they would be on their way from there. Here's Bolden, alley-oop to Josh Heitfeld. Bolden, the steal, quick hands, nice bounce pass, backdoor cut, Dimitri Goodson, and 1. And then it's more out of Bolden. Gonna drain the 3. Bolden was doing it all. Free throws before the game. Nice passing on the pick and roll to Heitfeld. And Gonzaga was up 38-25 at the half. More the same in the second half after the Jeremy Pargo miss. Heitfeld there for the follow jam and really uncontested. Where are the bigs around him? More from Bolden here, feeding Pargo on the backdoor. Cut for the lay-in. And more out of Pargo. Mark Few, the head coach, said, if we play like that in the NCAA tournament, we're going to go a really, really, really long way. Oh, really, Coach?
Virginia Commonwealth, George Mason for the championship of the CAA and the league's automatic bid. Rams, 8 NCAA tournament appearances, beat Duke 2 years ago, and who can forget George Mason? 5 NCAA tournament appearances, including the big one, right? George Mason reaching the Final Four. They upset UConn 2006. Oh, yeah, much joy there. Big fun when they went to Indy. First half, George Mason down 4. Eric Maynor stealing, takes it the other way, and now they're down 6. And then you got to guard Maynor because he'll shoot from behind that line you got out there. Way behind. VCU up 9. 3 minutes left in the first half. It's an 11-point lead. Maynor's got some more. 2-time CAA Player of the Year, finished with 25. And he wasn't even Player of the Game. Second half belonged to his teammate Larry Sanders. Sanders blocks Michael Morrison. Mason trouble putting the ball in the hole. Look at 25 points halfway through the second half. Sanders alters another shot. And then how about another? He had 7 blocks in this contest. That ties a CAA tournament record. Now Sanders on the offense. What do you got for me? 18 points. There's 2 easy ones. He had 20 rebounds, and VCU wins at 71-50, heading back to the dance for the 9th time in school history. Ram tough. Ram post. What say you, men?
All right, Southern Conference Championship game. Who wants the automatic bid more? College of Charleston or Chattanooga, who have the home court advantage? Chattanooga's Stephen McDowell getting his teammates involved. They're finding Dante Harvey. McDowell, nice pass to Khalil Hartwell. Stephen McDowell, Southern Conference's second leading scorer behind only Stephen Curry. College of Charleston, I call him the C of C. I enjoy that. They started the second half slow, turnover. They had 0 field goals in the first 6.5 minutes of the second half. And later, Kieran Sheard gets the loose ball going all the way in. Chattanooga started the second half on a 20-zip run. 20-zip. Ty Patterson, deep 3, got it. Why was that so special? Well, take a look at the shot clock. It looks like a 1 from here. Yeah, 1. Now it's at 0. They heaved and gets it to go. Whoa. Patterson finished the game with 12 points, none bigger than those 3. Bobby Cremens could hardly believe it. Off the Patterson missed 3. Kevin Goffney, the follow-up jam. Goffney had 10 points on the night. And then here's McDowell from 3. Chattanooga goes on to win 80-69. They got to punch their ticket to the dance. First time. I know what you're thinking. The Bison are Division I? Yep. First year they're eligible to play with the big boys. Thinking about the tournament. Oakland was leading 43-33 in the second half. Eric Kangas for 3. Oakland up 13. Here's the pregame speech.
It's a confidence that's been earned over 3 months. It's a confidence that has proven that you are the best team in this league. Let's go cut down some nets, boys.
Let's go, boys. All right, Coach Phillips of North Dakota State. Here's Ben Woodside. Woodside, one of 5 seniors who redshirted earlier in their careers as the Bison started to transition from D1 to D2 to D1. Woodside misses the jumper. And there, Michael Tweet nails it. 4 for 4 from 3. 15 seconds left. Keith Benson in the paint. Benson at 14 of the game. Ensuing North Dakota State possession. 6 seconds to go. Woodside, the jumper. He had 17 on 7 of 19 shooting. 3.3 to go. Jonathan Jones for the win. No. North Dakota State a winner.
We developed an offense toward the end tonight called give the ball to Woody and get the heck out of the way, and it worked pretty well. I thought in the second half they were good defensive players, and that's why we're dancing, baby.
How about North Dakota State? They are the first team to advance to the NCAA tournament in its...
All right, we've shown you the summit. How about the view from the Horizon League? Number 1 Butler, number 3 Cleveland State as Bulldogs seek their 6th Horizon Tournament Championship. Good season series. This is December. Zach Hahn hits a 3 as time expires. Butler beats the Vikings 50-48. Then just a few weeks ago, February 28th, Cleveland State, right? Got another chance. Norris Cole misses the 3 with less than 10 to go. And so Cleveland State loses 58-56. Coach, what do you got for me to make up those 4 points?
We had them twice. They got away from us. This time, they cannot get away from us. Are we clear? Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm with him. I believe him. Let me play. Butler leading 22-17 in the first half. Shelvin Mack for 3, and the lead is 8. We go to the second half. Play 2 halves there in the Horizon League. Butler, 37-31. Mack dishing. Matt Howard. Look at him fly in for the crunch. Butler leading 39-31, but Cleveland State feisty coming back, trailing by 1. Cedric Jackson finds Jeremy Montgomery, eyes it up, and drills it from 3. Cleveland State up 2. Jackson driving off the window. Very nice. He had 19, a game high, and Cleveland State's up 6. 12 to go. Butler down 3. More heartbreak for Cleveland State, you say? No. Shelvin Mack misses. Gordon Hayward one more time. Do I smell OT? No. Cleveland State gets its revenge against Butler and wins the Horizon Championship 57-54. Here's the happy.
In Hot Springs, Arkansas, South Alabama, and Western Kentucky for the automatic bid. And say hi to Stephon Pettigrew. Pettigrew went off in the first half. Contested 3 there, and here off the transition game. All 15 of his points came in the first half. Hilltoppers with a 10-point halftime lead. On the second half, South Alabama on an 11-zip run to start. They have now down 1. LaShawn Watson the miss. DeAndre Coleman the putback. Coleman at a career high 27. Dominic Tilford from 3. It's a 2-point game. Anthony Sally gets caught in the traffic. Kick out to A.J. Slaughter. Slaughter at 18. Western Kentucky up 1. Orlando Mendez Valdez finding Sergio Carouche. The huge jump and jam, and just like that, Western Kentucky, they win.
Let's get to round 1 of the Big East tournament, played Tuesday.
Doesn't Jerry Wainwright look like the principal?
A little bit.
Breakfast Club?
A little bit.
Mess with the bull, get the horns.
Yeah.
Guess who got the horns today?
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
That's right. Well, let's set the table here. DePaul was 0-18, guys, in the regular season. They haven't won a game since December 28th. So what do you think they did to reward the Big East? Say thank you for inviting us to your tournament.
Well, good things come to those who wait.
Hey, a little birdie told me their band had airline tickets to go back to Chicago in the morning.
That's not good. That birdie. I don't know about that birdie. St. John's at Georgetown. Georgetown started their Big East season winning at #1 UConn and doing it with authority.
It's not how you start, it's how you end, Brian.
Well, they want to forget how they ended, Doug, because they lost to St. John's today.
How about St. John's? Norm Roberts, despite the fact he lost Anthony Mason Jr., his leading scorer, Justin Burrell with a finish with a flourish, and they're able to turn Georgetown over 15 times.
top of the backboard? Really? Is that what it comes down to?
64-59. St. John's, MSG will be a couple more fannies in the seats on Wednesday because the Johnnies will be there. Rutgers, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, an interesting team we like to talk about. Can they still
little pull-up.
get in the
Like
tournament
that.
with Kyle McIlharney popping threes like that? Anything possible. Second half. What makes Notre Dame a tough out when they're playing well?
They can shoot it. Really, really shoot it. Ryan Ayers can shoot it. Kyle McIlharney can shoot it. Hillsland can shoot it. Torrey Jackson can shoot it. And they got the Goaty inside.
61-50. Goaty only had 7 points, but Notre Dame advances on. And you take a look at the Wednesday's games. These games all on ESPN and pretty much the Big East, well, the Big East tournament throughout. You can watch the games on ESPN.
Go Red Raiders and the Aggies. First half, Aggies at a 6-0 lead and building on it. Brian Davis, watch his wild shot, gets it to go, hit the freebie, put them up 9. They're up 12-2 when Davis finds B.J. Holmes for 3. So Tech had 0 field goals at this point. But you know what? They're going to be okay. Say hi to Mike Singletary. That's the first field goal of the game. They trail 15-4. Final minute of the first half. Aggies up 16. Donald Sloan makes the 3. So A&M leads by 19 at halftime. Second half is Singletary's half. When I say the half belonged to him or he owned the half, that might be an understatement. Singletary, the easy lay-in. Tech was down 11. Singletary pull-up jumper. At this point, Mike Singletary scored 6 straight points for Texas Tech. Make it 9. Here's Singletary again. Singletary, this guy is just a sophomore. His previous scoring best was 25 points in the game, all right? In a game. And at this point, he scored 15 consecutive points for Texas Tech. And things are tightening up, making 20 consecutive points. Tech was down 1 after the free throw. Singletary hits the 3. Tied for the first time since zeros. 25 consecutive points. Tech down 1. Singletary says, I don't think so. Their first lead of the game. Singletary, 29 consecutive points for Tech. A&M had 18 points total during that stretch. Aggies were down 3. Donald Sloan loses. Tech hangs on behind Singletary's 43.
Dance with me. Mount St. Mary's, Robert Morris for the Northeast Conference automatic bid. Jeremy Chappelle, Robert Morris, he's the NEC Player of the Year. But we've got some trouble here in the first half. We get a timeout. Jeremy, good. Nobody, what's going on? Milan Brown's calling. We're talking. Here's the problem. You know, in basketball, you can have 5 on the floor. Look at that. There's 6. There's a problem. What do we have? We have a technical. 2 free throws. Robert Morris down. Chappelle, big 3. Robert Morris up 2 with less than 2 minutes to go. Mount St. Mary's tied on 2 free throws, 6 seconds when Chappelle fumbles away. Dallas Green gets it. That's big dance drama as Robert Morris wins it.
Tournament. You know, Cleveland State is already in. So what about Portland State taking on Montana State? Big Sky Conference Championship game. DeValdo, Bunga, lay it up and in. Montana State within 4. Under a minute to go. Portland State's up 3. Jeremiah Dominguez throws it away. Turn it over by Portland State's leading scorer. Out of the timeout, down 3 under 20 seconds left. Brandon Johnson hits the 3. Tied at 77. No timeout for Portland State. Dominic Waters down low to Julius Thomas, who throws it down. Portland State back up. 3.5 seconds left now. Under 2 seconds, Bobby Howard double teamed. Can't even get a shot off in time. And Portland State a winner, 79-77. Sports Center Express to take care of some business. Providence hasn't won a Big East tournament game since, well, let's make it 6 years. Keno Davis and company trying to turn it around. Sherrod Curry, the deep 3 from the wing. Curry had 16 in the first half, 25 for the game. Second half, DePaul up 2. Dar Tucker a 3. He and Will Walker are the first teammates to ever both score 30 or more in a Big East tournament game. Can't believe that's never happened. That was Tucker again. He had 30. Walker had 31. Wayme Epajuku driving for the layup. He had 23. Under 4 minutes to play, it's a 6-point game. It's Jeff McDermott, the steal. Why not? Going in for the lay-in, gets the roll. And Providence gets the victory, 83-74. They live on.
More from the Garden, Notre Dame, West Virginia. Irish won on Tuesday. Mighty Mounts practiced. And Notre Dame, if they want to get in the tournament discussion, they'll have to win. Alex Ruoff, scoreless in his last game, senior night at Louisville. And look at this. We're going to scratch early. Nails the three-pointer. West Virginia up 12-2. That's the young lads getting on their way, and it was three-pointer number 254, so he passes Kevin Pittsnoggle for most threes in West Virginia history. Of course, Jerry West and Hot Rod Hundley didn't have a three. Joe Bryant does. He knocked it down. 34-14 lead. 7 three-pointers in the first half for Huggies Bears. Luke Herringody trying hard. He had 27. Irish cut the lead to 8, but threw off too good. Fouls up the donut with 25, and the foul. West Virginia wins at 74-62. Up next, Pitt in the quarters.
That Mike Singletary.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, hot down the stretch, trying to win for the 7th time in 8 games. They need it for an NCAA tournament berth, going up against that scrappy Iowa State squad. Craig Brackens, the bucket and the foul. He had a double-double in the first half. Double teaming Brackens in the second half and throws it away, and that's Terrell Harris with the jam in transition. Cowboys up 7-7 to play. Obi Manello, a deep three of his own. Manello at 18. Cowboys a winner.
Also from OKC, Colorado and Texas. Buffs seeded 12th of 12. Look at that, huh? Dexter Pittman just abusing people. Now, Dexter's about 6'10", 300, and he's dropped 80 pounds. His daddy played Oklahoma State, Johnny Pittman. Everybody loved Johnny in Gallagher. Pittman, 9 of 13. Block. Pittman taking advantage of his size. Oh, look at that. Pittman, career high 26 points, 10 rebounds. Texas wins at 67-56. What happens next for them? Well, here's the matchup set for the quarters of the Big 12 tourney. Kansas, Baylor. The Bears beat Nebraska 65-46. That one tips 12:30 Eastern, ESPN2. Kansas State then will get Texas. That's a bit of a bubble game.
Nightcap at the Garden, Big East tourney. Jim Boeheim and Syracuse taking on Seton Hall. Now, the game wasn't close, but the players found themselves getting too close. Arinze Unawaku with the big block on John Garcia, then clapping in Garcia's face. Garcia a little push, got hit with a technical foul. Then Christoph Anjanat going in for the lay and fouled hard by Brandon Walters. And everybody gets together. Eric Devendorf in the face of Eugene Harvey. And we had more of the same. Watch the hard foul by Walters. That was a hard fall. Ref checked the monitors, make sure no punches were thrown. Heated exchange. Nobody was kicked out. Both players were teed up after technical free throws for the intentional foul. Devendorf the 3 over Harvey and eyeing him all the way down the court. Johnny Flynn finds Devendorf. Devendorf really fired up, letting everybody know Syracuse was a winner. Easily 89-74.
All right, after 2 days of watching from the stands, Big Dogs getting in action. Top 4 teams on Thursday in the quarters. Louisville takes on Providence at noon, followed by Villanova and Marquette. Eagles beat up on St. John's. Night games, Pitt versus West Virginia, UConn, and Cuse. All games on ESPN. All first-day winners were second-day losers.